Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Idam tena tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shushrave vachyam na cha mam yo abhyasuyanti. Idam tena tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shushrave vachyam na cha mam yo abhyasuyati. Idam tena tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana na cha shushrave vachyam na cha mam yo abhyasuyati. ग्रुप में शेयर करो. शेयर किया? हाँ? नहीं? हाँ. This confidential knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, nor to one who is envious of me. Persons who have not undergone the austerities of the religious process, who have never attempted devotional service in Krishna consciousness, who have not tended a pure devotee, and especially those who are not conscious of Krishna, only as a historical personality, or who are envious of the greatness of Krishna, should not be told this most confidential part of the knowledge. It is, however, sometimes found that even demonic persons who are envious of Krishna, worshipping Krishna in a different way, take to the profession of explaining Bhagavad Gita in a different way to make business. But anyone who desires actually to understand Krishna must avoid such commentaries on Bhagavad Gita. Actually, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is not understandable to those who are sensuous. Even if it was not sensuous, but it's strictly following the disciplines enjoined in the Vedic scripture, if he is not a devotee, he also cannot understand Krishna. And even when poses himself as a devotee of Krishna, but is not engaged in Krishna conscious activities, he also cannot understand Krishna. There are many persons who envy Krishna because he has explained in Bhagavad Gita that he is the supreme and that nothing is above him or equal to him. There are many persons who are envious of Krishna. Such persons should not be told of Bhagavad Gita, for they cannot understand. There is no possibility of faithless persons understanding Bhagavad Gita and Krishna without understanding Krishna from the authority of a pure devotee. One should not try to comment upon Bhagavad Gita. Om Ajnanatimisya Jnananjanasalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Vishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Karanayam Tadati Svakarantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tadamaram Shri Guru Vaishnava Shrirupam Sadrachatam Savarnarinatam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadhutam Harijana Sadhutam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Sadha Savarnarita Shri Shakhantascha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Tapta Kanchana Gaurami Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishamanu Sukedevi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhu Prayavacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. I think Santosh Bharati and Dilip, I think you attended all 5 days, right? Very good. Interesting. Coming all the way from Kalina. Good, huh? So, Krishna is telling in this verse, this confidential knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotion service, not to one who is envious of him. Srila Prabhupada says that when we say that वो भी दरवाजा बंद कर दो. शिवानी के बाद कोई नहीं आएगा. हाँ? हाँ. हमारा एक गीता that Goregaon program में she comes at 8:45, you know, lady. I gave her name late Latif. Huh? Huh? I usually finish by 9 o'clock. आरएसएस वाले को बोलो एसी करने के लिए हाल. हाँ? हाँ? In Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, Krishna says that सा एवायं मया तेद्य योगप्रोक्तः पुरातनः भक्तोऽसि मे सखासेति रहस्यं हि एतदुत्तमम्. Srila Prabhupada, in this regard, he writes in the introductory part that in order to understand Bhagavad Gita, minimum qualification is, at least theoretically, one should accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At least theoretically. Then later on, practically they can realize. That is the minimum qualification. But there is one verse, the prayer by Prahlad Maharaj, Naivatmana Prabhurayam Nijarava Purno Manam Janad Avidusho Karno Viniti Yatad Janad Bhagavato Vidaditi Manam Tachatmani Pratimukasya Yathamukashri. My dear Lord, Prahlad Maharaj is praying, when somebody worships you, there is no profit to you because you are self-sufficient. You are Atmaraya. You are happy within yourself. So when we worship Krishna, Krishna doesn't get any benefit. But Prahlad Maharaj says, my dear Lord, you are so kind, merciful, but still you come down and take our worship. Because when we worship you, we get benefit. Just like when you decorate your face and look in the mirror, that reflection also looks decorated. So Srila Prabhupada writes in a purport that the scientists, scholars and philosophers, they protest why Krishna is demanding ultimate surrender. So many of the people, they are very upset that Krishna demands complete surrender. Why? Some worship we will do, but why we should surrender completely? That's why they become envious. So, in order to understand Bhagavad Gita, there are certain qualifications required. That is, number one is accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, at least theoretically. Because Krishna, Vyasadeva writes, Bhagavan Vacha, Bhagavan Vacha, Bhagavan Vacha. Number two, this is Rahasyam. What is Rahasyam? You know, there is one verse in 6th Canto Bhagavatam, 3rd chapter. Maybe you can memorize. Swayambhu Narada Shambhu Kumaro Kapilo Manu Prahlado Janako Bhishmo Balir Vaiyasaki Vayam. There are 12 Mahajanas. Anybody can name all of them? 12. Huh? Number one, Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu. Swayambhu. You can remember this verse, then you can remember all the 12. Swayambhu means Lord Brahma. Right? Narada. Swayambhu, Narada, Shambhu, Lord Shiva. Kumaras, 4. Kapila, Lord Kapila. Right? Kumaro, Kapila, Janaka. Right? 6. And then Prahlada, Kumaro, Kapilo, Manu. Kapilo, Manu. Vaivashu, this Swayambhu Manu. And then Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma. Right? Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma. Then Bali Maharaj. Then Vyasadeva, Vaiyasaki. No, Vyasanath, Sukadeva Goswami. And then Yamaraj. These are the 12 Mahajanas. खुला है ना? Why did you laugh? ठीक है, खुला रखो. द्वादशीय विजानीय धर्मान भागवतान बटा गुह्यम विशुद्धम दुर्बोधम ज्ञात्वा अमृतम अश्नुते. These are the two verses. These 12, they know the secrets of Bhagavatam, this Bhagavad Dharma, which is Guhyam, most confidential, Vishuddham, transcendental, and Durbodham, means which is not understandable easily. Jnatva Amrutam Ashnute. But those who know this Bhagavad Dharma, they experience nectar. Right? In general, we hanker for material sense enjoyment, right? The material sense enjoyment we get is just like when somebody is traveling in a desert area, you need lot of drinking water. But if you get a drop of water, it doesn't quench your thirst, right? In the same way, in this material world, when we hanker for sense enjoyment, in return we may get little enjoyment, but it is just like a drop of water in the desert, right? But somehow or other, if you follow these 12 Mahajanas and understand Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, you will experience unlimited happiness, just like an ocean. Right? In order for obtaining sense enjoyment, you have to work hard, right? Like when Prabhupada asked one lady in America, has your son married? No, he is not. He cannot maintain his wife. He is not properly employed. Right? Oh, Prabhupada was surprised because in India joint family is there. So बड़ा भाई earning, छोटा भाई भी शादी करके बच्चा पैदा कर देता है, right? फिर बड़ा भाई maintain करता है, right? Then that's why Prabhupada was surprised. Oh, really? That is like that. So in order to get sense enjoyment, for that you have to study very hard. Then it is very boring actually. Right? Who likes? Right? Who likes? One lady came to the house and then one boy is studying. मम्मी है घर पे? लड़का बोलते मैं पागल हूँ पढ़ रहा हूँ. Right? मम्मी पढ़ाती है. एक मम्मी एक लड़का को बोल रही थी 2000 का किताब खरीदा है, पढ़ो ना, because he is playing games on this company phone. वो लड़का बोलता है 30,000 का फोन लिया है. थोड़ी देर खेल ले. right? So we always want to play and enjoy, but we are forced to play, study, right? It's boring, and then you have to get a job. Then Prabhupada said, Swavid Varaha Sarakarai, Samskritaha Purusha Pashugu. This verse Prabhupada explains. Swa means dog. Vid means pig. Then Khara means donkey. Rohasara, correct. Then camel. These four people, the Prabhupada says, these four kinds of people exist in the society. Then Prabhupada writes in the purport. This verse is from second canto Bhagavatam. You can find out. Read the purport. Very strong purport Prabhupada wrote. That this modern education trains youngsters to become like dogs. A dog is not happy unless he has a master. Then all these people who get degrees, MBA, BTech, MTech, unless they are employed properly, they are not happy. But they take the files and go to the companies and they reject them. So no vacancy. And then Prabhupada says, apply, no reply. Right? Then in places like Mumbai, you have to find a house. The girl is demanding so many things. What is your package? Right? Kitna 1 BHK or 2 BHK? साथ में रहेगी क्या? All these things she asks. Then I will not cook. That doctor, our doctor comes, he's looking for the girls. Even our devotee, matrimony sites here, they are demanding, I will not cook, I will wear jeans, all that stuff, So much problem, to get enjoyment in this material world, right? But Prabhupada says, for animals, they get enjoyment, pigs and all. कौन सा कंपनी में काम करते हैं? Right? ऐसे ही मिल जाता है. So if you want enjoyment, become a pig, you get a good enjoyment. तो रिश्ता का लियाज रखो, ऐसा बोलते हैं, राइट? लियाज कौन सा वर्ड है? लिहाज, रिश्ते का लिहाज रखो. पिग्स कौन सा लिहाज रखते, राइट? You don't know?
I don't know what context you are saying.
Right? So, you read that purport, very interesting. So, but if you somehow or other, if you read Bhagavatam and understand Bhagavad Gita, you understand, then without going through all these problems, you can be happy. Right? You want to be happy, right? You want to be happy. But materially, if you want to be happy, then you have to go through all these struggles. But without going through all these troubles, if you can be happy, which is the better choice? Right? Read Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, right? Prabhupada, Krishna says, 2 times Krishna says, Amritam Asnute, Amritam Asnute. Bolo, where Krishna says? In Bhagavad Gita? Amritam Asnute. You can experience nectar. Nyayam yattat pravakshami yajnatva. Then gunam etat atiyatrim tehi deha samudbhavam janma mrityu jara dukkhe vimuchyate vimukti amritavasya. Right? You can experience nectar by reading Bhagavad Gita. Right? By reading, by hearing. Right? We are all experiencing nectar, right? During Gaur Katha. Right? Huh? Everybody was so happy. Huh? Huh? Everybody is experiencing nectar. Did you hear?
Yes, online.
Online. Last day, those who have attended, they said it's a different level. Huh? Mahal hi alag tha. Huh? You're there? You're not there. You're there. Yeah, but you left. You missed that audience part, na? Audience are dancing, sitting in the audience, sitting and dancing. Everybody. Like that. Huh? Yeah. Krishna says in Lord Kapila says in Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 25th chapter, Madashraya katham rishta shrinvanti katayanti cha tapanti vivida sthapa naita madgata chetasa. Right? My devotees take shelter of my katha and they hear my katha and they narrate my kathas. By doing like this, their minds are so absorbed in Krishna Katha that even if miseries are happening in their life, they are not aware. Right? We suffer material miseries because we are aware, oh, itna pain or that pain. But pain, if you are not aware only, for example, just a gross example, for a diabetic person, too much diabetes is there. If anything happens to the feet, they don't come to know. Nerves disorder bolte hain. If somebody hits them, they don't come to know. बाद में गैंग्रीन हो जाता है, निकालना पड़ता है कि पता ही नहीं चलता है. इसलिए डायबिटिक पीपल every day they have to check their feet if any injury happened or some कोई कांटा घुस गया क्या, we are not supposed to sleep, walk barefoot anywhere, anytime, because anything pierces or something we don't come to know because it is like that. It's a glass example. Somebody who is absorbed in Krishna Katha, even if miseries are happening, they don't become aware. Prabhupada writes in the purport, 3rd canto, 25th chapter, that devotees, because their minds are absorbed in Krishna Katha, they don't become aware of troubles. But karmis, they are always suffering because they are in bodily concept of life. They are always thinking about problems. Right? So, guhyam vishuddham durbodham. Prabhupada writes in the purport that durbodham means ununderstandable, but if it is ununderstandable, what is the use? Then Prabhupada writes that if you follow these 12 Mahajanas, you can easily understand. Otherwise, the Bhagavatam is not exposed to envious people. Right? So, Prabhupada, the first qualification, another qualification, the greatest qualification, the most important qualification you require to understand Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana and Srimad Bhagavatam is non-enviousness. You should not be envious of Krishna. when Lava and Kusha, when they were about to narrate Ramayana in front of Lord Ramchandra, they say that we are going to narrate Ramayana, but those who are envious, please don't sit. They will not understand. And then Srimad Bhagavatam, second verse, Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmashranam sukha vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivanam tapatre unmudanam. Right? This is the first canto, second chapter, second verse. No? Dharma projahita kaitavatra paramo nirmat sharanam sukha. One must give up kaitava dharma of this dharmat kama moksha and then become free from envy. Nirmat sharanam shata. Then you will understand Bhagavatam, which will uproot three modes of three tapatraya. Our greatest problem is this one, tapatraya. Suffering due to the body and the mind, suffering due to these devatas, these calamities, suffering due to the other living entities. These are the three calamities, three tapatraya. Ulmulanam. Ulmulanam is uprooted. So if you read Bhagavatam, by becoming free from envy, become free from envy and read Bhagavatam, then it is so perfect that three types of miseries are uprooted. And then Chaitanya Charitamrita also, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, please, my dear readers, those who are envious, don't read Chaitanya Charitamrita. Then Bhagavad Gita, also Krishna said, where Krishna said to Arjuna that because you are not envious of me, I am teaching you Bhagavad Gita. Fully? Which verse? Yeah. Which verse? Idam tute guhyatamam pravakshami anasuyya. Somebody was saying that becoming free from envy means celebrating others' success, right? One Sas is telling the Bahu, गैस आया क्या? तो गैस नहीं आया. आफ्टरनून में यू आर डांसिंग में गैस आया. इधर पड़ोस को आया, पड़ोस में आया गैस. पड़ोस में गैस आया तो व्हाई आर यू डांसिंग? आपने ही बताया ना, सेलिब्रेट अदर सक्सेस. अभिमान. You are giving party and then क्या हो गया? बट उसको लड़का को IIT में एडमिशन मिला. Main thing is envy. Becoming free from envy means we should not be envious of Krishna. Where did Krishna say everybody is envious? That's why we are here, right? 7th chapter. You know that verse? Ichha dvesha samutena द्वंद्व मोहेन भारत सम्मोहम सर्वभूतानि सर्गे यान्ति परन्तप. Right? Because of these two things we are here. What are they? Ichha and Desha. Ichha means what? What is the desire?
Desire to enjoy love.
Huh?
Desire to enjoy love. Lording to
Enjoying like Krishna. That is, first you become envious that why Krishna is enjoying. Right? And then develop a desire. I want to enjoy like Krishna. Then when these two things appear, then Krishna covers us with 5 levels of ignorance. And then this whole drama starts. Trillions and trillions of years. Right? Sometimes we cry, we are not enjoying this lifetime. But we enjoyed, so much in your previous lives. We forget. But all that karma, is accrued. Like that. इसलिए that is one thing. Right? One should not be envious of Krishna. And then one should not be envious of the spiritual master. Right? There are many who have become envious of Srila Prabhupada and then they had to fall down. So they were trying to imitate Prabhupada. And then now they are Namunesha Charaga. Once upon a time they were worshipped. But now nobody asked them because they became envious of Prabhupada. They want to be like Prabhupada. So Acharya Mamvijaniyam Navamanyeta Karihichit. Lord Krishna says in 11th kind of Bhagavatam that Acharya is equal to me. Don't be envious of that Acharya. So when I try to become like a Prabhupada, then that means I am envious of Prabhupada. So we should not try to imitate Prabhupada, try to take his position like that. So it is that's what Krishna is saying. Idam te na tapaskaya. A devotee should have what is called Chatushtaya sadhana sampatti. What are they? What is it? Chatushtaya sadhana sampatti. In order to understand Bhagavad Gita. What is that? One should have knowledge of Nitya Anitya Vivekam. Right? Nitya Anitya Vivekam. And number 2, Samadama Tapashampati. Number 3, Bhoga Vairagyam. And number 4, Titiksha. Tolerance. So number 1 is Nitya and Anitya. Means Nitya means soul, Anitya means body. We should understand what is actually Anatma Vastu and then what is Atma Vastu. Then we should be away from Anatma Vastu. That means bodily necessities are as much reduced. And then we should always, think about Atma Vastu. That is Nitya Anitya Vivekam. Number 2, Samadama, one must control mind and the senses. And number 3, one should give up the plans to enjoy. Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktana Taya Pavita Chetasam Vyasayatmika Buddhi Samadhav Vidiyati. Right? And then number 4, Titiksha, tolerance. One must have this. That is called tapasya. Idam tena tapaskaya na bhaktaya kadachana. Once I mentioned last time also, Madan Mohan Malaviya. You heard his name?
Yes.
Huh? Banaras Hindu University. Huh? Cover? Madan Mohan Malaviya, once he came to meet Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur, he had some doubts. Then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta said, some of devotees are there in DT kitchen, please go and ask them. So Madan Mohan Malaviya, he went to ask the pujari, and that time the pujaris, they were cleaning the pots, Bartan Manjari. So when Madan Mohan Malaviya asked him, I have some doubts, so please help us clean the pots. So Madan Mohan Malaviya cleaned the pots. Then the pujari asked him, now after they finish, what are the doubts? Madan Mohan said, now my doubts are cleared. Right? So in order to understand knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, one must do some menial service. Sushrusha. Right? Guru Sushrusha. One must render service to the spiritual master. Sometimes one must follow the instructions of the spiritual master, that is Vani Seva, and then Vapu Seva. One must render service to the body also. Cleaning his clothes, arranging samagri for puja, and massaging his feet, and all this menial service, personal service. So this Sushrusha, right? And then Amrishriyati. We had discussed thoroughly like that. So we must be that is the point, and then we must not teach to the people who are not, we should not, those who are not devoted, those who are not austere, right? Those who are not, those who are envious of Krishna, right? For them, what we should do? Give them prasadam, make them chanter. Like Prabhupada writes in first canto, all the rich people, they should spend their money and organize programs, kirtan programs, and then call people, cook very nice prasad, and then have kirtan and have lecture. Then Prabhupada said, who will not like to take very nice prasad and dance in the kirtan? Right? So Prabhupada says, all the rich people, Prabhupada says, they should spend their money like that, spending, organizing kirtan programs in a big way. Right? Now, Omkar sponsored our hall. Where is the hall? Here. This side?
Go straight, right, and then the next point.
Go straight. And?
Turn right, and then big square is there. Paliyar Road. So from the station of the station से जब ये सब अंदर से जाकर नेहरू रोड से नहीं जाती है, रुमाल रोड से नहीं जाती, हाईवे से गूगल पे जाएगा.
So we'll have Ram Katha, Kirtan, and all. So people come, take prasad and hear Katha. Right? 4 days Katha they, every year they enjoy. So we have seen. So first floor or ground floor?
Ground floor.
This is under construction or something like that? So like that, we have we should program, like Rajashri is arranging program in Gorigam East. 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 days there, Balkanda. 12, 13, 14, 15 here, Parla East. I'm full busy, सांस लेने को टाइम नहीं मिलता है. गौर का था, सांस लेने को टाइम नहीं मिलता था. Yeah, I'm doing Ayodhya Kanda in Parla, there Balkanda. So those who are to come there, you can come. Otherwise, you can hear online Balkanda. भूल गए होगा ना आप लोग? लास्ट ईयर मैंने किया था. हाँ, याद है? भूल गए? हाँ? 3 साल पहले मैं खुद भूल गया था, मैं इसलिए पढ़ रहा था वापस डिटेल्स. हाँ I have to refer notes, then again आ जाता है. So for people, for common people who are otherwise also envious or anything, we don't leave them, because Prabhupada says, even though Krishna says don't preach to non-believers, but devotees, they take risk and preach to them, but we don't preach glories of the holy name to the non-devotees. We don't preach glories of Krishna. We tell them, take nice prasada, right? And then when we tell some stories, they like it. Some people, they just connect. Like that. When we do Harinam Sankirtan, maybe we should organize Harinam Sankirtan on the streets and then distribute pamphlets. So people will know that. One day, maybe 10th or 12th or something like that. 12th is Friday? Yeah. So Bhaktosumi Sakhaseti, we should become friend of Krishna. Prabhupada says, those who are preaching Krishna Katha, Krishna consciousness, those who are trying to bring people to Krishna, because Prabhupada says, Lord Chaitanya, his experience is pain, looking at the suffering of all the people. Oh, these people are suffering, how to bring them to Krishna consciousness? Then Prabhupada says, those who bring people to Chaitanya, Lord Chaitanya, to movement, they are friends of Lord Chaitanya. They are friends of Lord Krishna. Right? So Prabhupada says, such people, they indirectly control Krishna. 9th canto, Prabhupada writes, they control Krishna. Those who are preaching Krishna consciousness, they are indirectly, they control Krishna. Krishna comes under their control. So that is why you should all preach. Tell people to chant Hare Krishna. Tell them about Krishna. Don't, whomever you meet, Yadadeko Tarekaho, Krishna Pradesh. Right? Tell them to chant. That is why you wear Kantimala, wear Tilak, and then people ask, what is this Kantimala? Then you talk about Krishna. Right? I was watching some reel, that boy, Bhagavat Sharma or somebody. That indigo, he was, and that air hostess was Hare Krishna, he is also saying Hare Krishna. So he became very famous, Hare Krishna, hi, that lady, what's her name? Some, Kakkar Neha. Hi, then hi, hello, chodo, Hare Krishna bolo. Right? So that is a big preaching, he is doing. All of you should do preaching. Then you become, you relieve the pain of Lord Chaitanya. You relieve the pain of Lord Chaitanya. So whomever you meet, tell them Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Please chant Hare Krishna. Then make them, give them nice some prasad. Keep prasad. All of you can cook nice prasad and keep with you. And whoever comes to your house, they should not go without eating prasad. Whoever comes, give them prasad. Always cook some extra. Right? Not that, क्या बोलते हैं कट्टर, they don't wash their, there are certain kinds of Jains, they don't wash their hands, after eating publicly, because कौवा लेके चला जाएगा, खाना बच गया तो उंगली में खाना बच गया तो खाना कौवा लेके चला जाएगा करके, they don't wash outside. कट्टर जैन्स बोलते हैं ऐसा. हाँ? हाँ. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए मतलब. Always cook extra, and if anybody comes, tell them to take prasad. Huh? Like that. Then by taking prasada, when they give up their enviousness, then you can teach Krishna Bhakti. You can teach Bhagavad Gita. Otherwise, we teach only to devotees. And Prabhupada said, in general we do some public programs and all. That time envious people also may come. But we are taking risk. But those who are not envious, they catch. Those who are envious, they argue. Thank you. Hare Krishna.